Hello everybody, my name is James and welcome to Formula 1 2016. I am starting a new career mode and yeah, I'm going to see how it goes. I am in a Toro Rosso car and basically because I don't have much time nowadays with everything happening in life right now, all is good, but I do have a shorter time than I used to playing games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it short and sweet. I'm going to have, for this career mode, one-shot qualifying for every single race weekend and a 5-lap race to go with. The difficulty is on, is it Master? It's the second highest difficulty you can have, and I do believe it's Master difficulty, so yeah, it's just the one below the hardest difficulty, so it's going to be really tough. But that's the challenge, isn't it? See if I can win any races, or if better, championship. That would be fantastic. My rival is Carlos Sainz, and obviously he's also my teammate. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Also, great start. It's a wet qualifying, one-shot qualifying. And also with one-shot qualifying, there's a lot of pressure. If I mess up, I'm at the back of the grid. But obviously with the 5-lap races, I do tend to have pretty good starts, better than the AI do. So I'm hoping I could move up the field pretty quickly, and then I just have to hold on to whatever place I'm in towards the end, maybe against some of the faster cars behind me, most likely. So we'll see what happens. So car settings. I'm gonna change it anyway, and actually no, I don't know what the weather's like for the race actually. I probably should have checked that. Well, I'm gonna risk it anyway. Actually no, I'm gonna keep it unbalanced. I'm not gonna use my dry setup, so I'm just gonna keep it the way it is as soon as I don't know what the weather's gonna be like for the race. So here we go. Let's hope I don't mess this up. Otherwise we'll be off to a bad start towards this season. And already Rosberg's ahead, but he's not our main focus, and Hamilton's leading now. Obviously we're in the Toro Rosso, so don't be expected to get pole position in your first season really. Also, Toro Rosso car will improve the more points you get. Obviously the better you do, the more points you'll receive, and you'll be able to improve your car even further. Should I decide to stay with Toro Rosso for my entire career, but I highly doubt that. I would like to swap around with a few more teams, just to make it just to make it interesting to drive in different cars. And yeah, the Mercedes are way ahead of me, but my focus is on what I'm doing. I think I've gone for a very cautious lap and not a particularly fast one, but I think that's just driver instinct really. Once it's wet, you just test the waters a little bit. Obviously with one-shot qualifying you should be going flat out and try not to bin it at least. But coming round the final 2 corners, that's not too bad through there. I'd say it's a nice tidy lap, not a particularly quick one, but a nice tidy one nevertheless. So it's not too bad. That's hopefully I finish in a decent position. Around about 3 seconds behind Hamilton. 21st? God damn. This is going to be a harder season than I thought. Damn it. Alright. So Carlos Sainz is way ahead of me. What's the gap between me and Carlos Sainz? Wow, Jesus, yeah. I was more than a second off his pace, 1.2 seconds, so yeah. I'm like Jolie and Palmer when he's against Nico Hülkenberg, pretty much. Shit. Yeah. Well, at least I finished ahead of Felipe Nasr, just. So I'm not at the back, very back. So that's something, I guess. So, it's the two Mercedes. It's a 1-2, followed by Vettel in third. Okay. So obviously hoping to do a lot better in the race. I will be honest, Melbourne is one of my weaker tracks. It's not one of my faster ones, so I always find this track to be tough. Also, the AI can be a bit aggressive on this track, so just gotta watch out for them. So losing the rivalry, but that's not a problem. Finish 11th or higher. Yep, failed those. Never mind. Hopefully I don't get demoted to a team lower. You know, I'll join a Sauber or something. That would not go well. Alright, let's go to the race. No point in wasting any more time. Please wait, ... // And it is a wet race, so I'm glad I didn't go with my dry setup, so that's something. And it looks like it's completely wet. Alright, yeah, we kind of know what the starting grid is, so that doesn't really matter. Right. Okay, no strategies for 5-lap races really, unless if you crash. So here we go. Already going to rich mix. And I've been overtaken by Nazar, that's not great, and he's already taken my line. Oh, he's doing the same thing that I want to do. And me and Nazar have moved up a lot of places. So that's not too bad. I'm in P16 right now, I can see Carlos Sainz ahead of me. Try and beat him. That would be very good. Oh, shit, I've gone round. That is not helpful at all. Shit. Thankfully though, all the cars behind me have stopped. So I'm in P14, so that's something. Just one behind my teammate. See if we can catch up to him. Have I got damage on my car? No. I'm just shit at driving. Alright. So, kind of a disaster. Let's see if there's any way I can catch up to the cars ahead of me. Otherwise this could be quite a lackluster 4.5 laps. Might have a bit of competition behind me also. But I am ahead of Nazar, and Nazar did a good job also. We both moved up the field pretty well. See where we started. Let's just see how quick we can go. Oh, I can see Carlos Sainz. So we can still see him by the end of lap 1. And yeah, I do need the racing line. As much as I play this game, I do find it hopeful, and I'm not very good at predicting where the end of the corner is going to be without the racing line. Okay, so the gap to me in Sainz is 3 seconds. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can narrow that down. Going wide does not help. Oh god. I think there's a battle behind me, so that certainly helps. And Sainz is coming up to a bit of traffic, so even if he is going quicker than me, hopefully whoever's making that train is going slower than I am. So there's still hope yet, even if I can't catch Sainz right now at this minute. Yeah, the gap's now 4 seconds. I made a mistake in the first sector. Alright, let's try and hammer it. And no, I'm not Lewis Hamilton, sadly. That would be sweet. Going into sector 2. Try and nail these corners. Okay, that was not great at all. Never mind. See the traffic, but I just can't quite catch up to it. I'm kind of stuck in the middle at this point. Grosjean slowly catching, I think. Hamilton with the fastest lap. Yep, slower in Sector 2 than Science. So, kind of struggling here at this point. As predicted, with the difficulty, getting a good start and then maybe be a bit slower than most of the other cars. Including my teammate. It's annoying, I can see the traffic, but I just can't catch up to it right now. Oh! Hoping there'll be some sort of huge incident ahead of me. Just enough so I can at least catch up. I do feel comfortable driving in these conditions. For the most part, just not quick. And yeah, it's 5.8 seconds now. I'm actually not catching up to the traffic ahead of me anymore, which is a shame. Now I've got to worry about very feisty Roman Grosjean behind me. My target is actually 14th now that I'm looking at it, so if I do finish 14th then I've matched my objective, so that'd be a decent start considering this is not one of my favourite tracks in terms of performance. Okay. Oh. Just need to watch out for Grosjean. Try and keep him at bay. So I'm going to try and stay in 14th now. Oh, gone too deep into that corner. Grosjean might have me here. Fairly decent exit. I imagine Grosjean will take me here. Thanks for that. Grosjean couldn't challenge there, so that's something. Oh shit, just looking at the fuel load. Switch that back to standard. So I'll switch things around while he's still racing. Shit, I've gone horribly wide. Oh fuck! Shit! Oh fuck! Sorry. Yeah, 2-second penalty. Kevin Magnussen's out of the race. Wow. What? Did I think I accidentally knocked Magnussen out of the race, and quite deservedly I've got a 2-second penalty for it. So not great, but we'll do the best we can. And Verline's right up my chuck now. Yes, I've noticed. In fact, it feels quite bad. I need to switch to lean. I haven't managed my fuel very well. I didn't think I'd burn so much so quickly. So this has turned to be a bit of a disaster. But if I do manage to finish maybe 17th, 18th, it's not the worst in the world, but it's not exactly a great performance for Toro Rosso. And I imagine the team will be disappointed, but at least we'll finish.
This is your final lap of the race.
Right, last lap. Let's try and be as quick as possible and see where we end up finishing. Try and stay away from Verline. Go round into sector 2 eventually. Oh, lose control of the car a bit there. Yeah, Verline's right up my chuff, so he doesn't need to overtake me to finish ahead of me. So as it stands, it looks like I'll probably end up in 17th, 18th place. That's probably where I'll end up. I'll go back into standard now, that should be enough. not, then it'll be even more of a disaster. Hamilton being a speed demon. And by the way, I was watching Silverstone. That was a fucking amazing performance. That was the fantastic pole lap. Right. Going round the final corner. Not the best of races, but hopefully we'll have some better ones later this season.
Shame about the result, but I know you gave it everything. I'll come back stronger next time.
Well, thanks for that. Oh, I actually ended up in 16th. That's not too bad. Alright.
So, another fantastic
It's not the worst
victory for
performance
the
actually,
Silver Arrows.
so obviously we wanted better from that.
And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the
And
competition
race
here.
winner Lewis
Well,
Hamilton.
we have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier.
Kimi
it lets
Raikkonen
you brake
finishes
later,
6th.
and
I
you
don't
put
know
you
why
a
we're
long
looking at
way
him, but okay.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
Well, there you go. Victory for Lewis, Nico 2nd, and Vettel in 3rd. And then there comes the champagne. Alright, excellent.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things
So,
look in the drivers' table.
excellent performance from
Lewis
the
Hamilton
McLarens,
takes over the
7th,
lead of
8th.
the Drivers' Championship after an
And
excellent
then,
result.
well, we had a
Now then,
decent
Anthony
finish, not
Davidson,
too bad,
who
but
was
it
your
could have been
driver
better, I
of the
think.
day?
I think I'll have to give it to the
And then
Toro
also
Rosso driver.
Carlos
That was a
Sainz
commanding performance today. Very impressive
out-qualified me.
And
We'll
now
hopefully
let's
try
take a
and
look at the constructors'
beat him next
standings.
time. Wasn't too
Mercedes
far
moved to
away
the
from
top
him.
of the table. Well, what a weekend
But maybe
that
I
has
need
been.
to do
Please
better
join us
in
next
one-shot
time for another
qualifying.
thrilling
But
installment of this Formula
practice
One
round
season.
here I certainly need in terms of pace. So yeah, in terms of the Drivers' Championship, Lewis is leading it. Alright, and we got some resource points. Rivalry, not doing particularly great, and failed objectives. Okay, so that was not great, never mind. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching the first part of the season, and I'll see you in the next weekend.